All right, y'all, it's a warm day. I got the windows up. We're at Fortenberry Automotive here in Collins because the AC works. So, third time's a charm. We haven't been filming our AC work. We've had leaks and all kinds of stuff. Had to rebuild a couple of lines, but we are here. AC works. So, we're gonna have some fun now. We're gonna go home, get some stuff done to Termite. So, y'all stay tuned. Okay, guys, well, as you just heard in the little introduction, we got AC working now. Just drove it home, stopped and got a little gas, and as typical Wagoneer fashion, it freezes your kneecaps off. But it works really good. So we got AC now in Termite finally. So we haven't talked much about that, but back last, I think November, it was before we went to Arkansas in December, we tried AC then. And we had a leak in the, right in here, in the condenser. That fitting was kind of, the threads were jacked up. And I knew that, but I thought it would seal off and it didn't. So we put a new condenser in. Did that. Didn't film any of that, or maybe I did, I don't know, but did that. Well, then we took it back before this last trip to Arkansas a couple of weeks ago, and the line that goes from the condenser over here to the dryer, that top crimp that you can see through here, leaked. So pulled the line back out, and that line was a factory line from when we did the AC back a couple of years ago. And that line was smaller outside diameter than the crimps, and so it just wouldn't seal. We tried another crimp, took it to the shop, they crimped it, and it just still wouldn't seal. So a couple of days ago, I just went down to Summerall, CarQuest and Summerall, and we built a whole new line from the dryer to the condenser. Fits a lot better than the other one did, and best of all, it don't leak. So dropped it off this morning, and Jamie and them got it charged up, and honestly you know how it is. Like when he called, I was like, where's the leak at now? What's leaking out? But he said it works, and so here we are, it does. So, now that you're caught up on the AC system, so we got a fun video this week. This is some stuff that we've been waiting to do, but we kind of wanted to get the AC going and get it out of the way. So, here, I'm on my lunch break right now. I'm gonna have to go back and finish painting some stuff. We're gonna get the tent back off. We're gonna take the tent off, which, by the way, that is for sale or trade for a hard shell 2-person. If anybody's interested, hit us up. But we're going to take the tent off because Termite is getting Poppy's Patina. That is a permanent patina preserver clear coat. We usually do the temporary stuff from Eastwood that you spray on once a year. But Poppy's is a wipe-on clear that when you put it on, it's on. And so we got to get the tent off so that we can wash and degrease and clean the whole body, the roof, everything, to get ready to put Poppies on. So we're gonna do a good wash and detail. As you can see, Termite's it's dirty. We've gone to the Ozarks twice. We've gone to DeSoto. We've done a bunch, and it has not been washed. So it's gonna get a good washing inside and out, clean the wheels good, detail everything. Then we have sound deadener and insulation for under the hood from BJ's. We're gonna be putting that in to kind of help with the sound and maybe kind of quieten down some of the engine noise. Not that there's a lot, but make it a little more comfortable there. And then finally, now that the AC is working, we can clean up the wiring underneath the hood once and for all and get it all in a permanent spot and looking nice and looking good. And we're gonna detail under the hood as well and get that all nice and clean, because we have a local town, our local Oklahoma Festival's coming up in a couple of weekends, and we're gonna put Termite in it. Termite's not a show vehicle or nothing, but we'll figure what the heck. We're finally, pretty much almost done with this thing. We still got some more stuff to do, but the main things are done. And so we're gonna get it all looking nice and pretty and put it in the car show. And yeah. So anyway, that's what we're doing this video. It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. And so I'm about to head back to work. So the next time y'all see us, we'll be getting this tent off. Tent's off. And I'm also gonna paint the axles. I've never painted the axles under this, even after we did gears, however many years ago that was. So I've got some oven cleaner sitting on them to kind of clean both front and back axles up. And we're getting ready to give Termite the wash. So I went with the Poppy's Patina, the whole shebang is what they call us. The whole kit comes with wash, sort of a pre-cleaner wash. That's what we're about to do right now. But it comes with all kinds of, just good stuff. Didn't probably need all of this because I have washes, I have wax and grease removers, I have all that kind of stuff. But the price point was not that much more for all this stuff, so I figured why not have some more of it. So that's what we went with. And so right now we're getting ready to wash with the pre-cleaner. And you will use, we probably don't have to do this because we've already done this. I want you to wash it with the gray Scotch pads to just remove any sort of flaking or oxidation. We don't really have any of that because we've been keeping a preserver on it, which that, by the way, too, will strip off. So it's going to strip off any of that, any waxes, greases, or oily things that we've put on here previously. It's going to take all of that off, and which right now it's just dirty. There's like no shine to it at all because we have not washed Termite in quite a while. But we just got back from dinner. AC is rocking. Man, it's nice. It's nice to have the windows up, AC going. You can hear the music. It's cool, literally. But anyway, all right, so we're gonna get here and start scrubbing old Termite down and get ready to seal her in once and for all. All right, post-wash. Forgot how blue Termite actually was.
It's blue.
Yeah, it does.
Blue it is.
It does have blue on it. It was just so dusty with the white dust and everything else dust. Because like I said, it's been a while since we washed it. That's what it would look like if we did a gloss, but we're not doing gloss. I don't like gloss over patina.
Not with patina.
It never makes sense to me. I know some people dig it. I know it's really a preference thing. I think a matte finish or a satin finish looks a little more original or natural. Gloss just never looks right to me over patina. But, to each his own. But anyway, we did the gray Scotch pads and the soap I just showed you. And just scrubbed it down, and you could feel it, slicking up, smoothing, and all that good stuff. But Termite has not been this clean in a long, long time. So the wheels are shined up pretty good. One day when it's tire time, I think I'm gonna refinish the wheels and make them look, shinier again and clear them and make them look nice. But not until that day comes. But anyway. Roof is all scrubbed down as well, so we're just gonna let it set tonight and drip and dry in the shop. And then maybe tomorrow afternoon, heat of the day, once everything looks like it's good and dry, we'll start getting ready to put some clear on this thing. All right, guys, it is the day of application. So we're gonna wipe this down with wax and grease remover. That comes in the kit, obviously. And so I've already went around, took the mirrors off, all the corner marker lights, front and back, and got the mirror off on the other side. And just doing that so that when we're wiping, we can get some sealer under the mirror and under the lights, but mainly it's just easier. It'd be easier just to wipe this than try to go behind and, so anytime I'm doing paint work and stuff, I remove as much as I can possibly remove. I also took off the hood emblem. So all that stuff just to make it easier. The passenger side mirrors don't unplug, so I had to rig up this little jewel. So it works, holds it off. I know you're impressed, but anyway. So, corner marker lights off. So I'm finna just start prepping and wiping this thing down with wax and grease remover. Andrew's finishing up some stuff in the house, and then she's gonna come out and we are going to start applying the clear. Now, they just really recommend one coat, but you can do two if you wanna do two coats. I would love to put two on it, just for extra protection, but I don't know if we will or not. If you do, you got to wait 24 hours, let it cure up, scuff it, and do like you would normal clear. But so I don't know. We're going to get one coat on there, just kind of see, and we'll go from there. But right now, it's just going to be wax and grease remover. All right, we're going to get ready to start mixing our clear up. Mix is 8-to-1 with the catalyst. So we're going to start getting that mixed up. Andrea is cleaning off the pads. Looks like she's trying to sneeze.
No, you were you were talking, and this
just blowing off, make sure there's no lint. And apparently there's a lot of it that's coming off. And I should probably just fold over some tape and dab it to make sure there's no lint. So I'm gonna get this mixed up. We're gonna set you guys up on a time lapse and start wiping this stuff on. Wiped on, guys. Still a little streaky. You can see a few streaks still drying, but you can see the sheen on it. You can see a few on the hood still kind of drying out, but it's on there. Definitely looks, you can see sheen and stuff a lot better. So we're just gonna let it dry. Just let it do its thing. It's 83 degrees today. We got a good breeze, so just gonna let it sit out here and do its thing, and we'll check back here. Well, I'm gonna give it says 20-30 minutes to dry to touch, so I'm gonna give it 30 minutes and we'll come check back on it. Well guys, it's been about an hour and I'm not happy about that. You can see the streaks look bad. I don't know, you can see everywhere that we wiped, which I'm not too worried about whatever's on the sides. You can still see a little white mark there, but the hood kind of bums me out. I don't know. I mean, we wiped it on wet, didn't wipe on dry, but that looks like poo-poo. So I got to figure out what we did wrong there, why that streaked. We may have to end up scuffing the hood and doing the hood again, which wouldn't be a bad thing since that's what catches most of the heat. But the sides, everything on the sides looks okay. I'm not too worried about that. And I haven't climbed up to look at the roof yet. It's mainly the hood. I'm not crazy about those streaks. So I'm gonna let it set a little bit. I know they're not going anywhere. It's dry, so they're there. I don't know if we need to just scuff it and wipe it. We just kind of wiped, turn, and wipe back and forth. And I may just need to do it again and not. I don't know. Do a better job, I guess. But everything else looks okay. I'm not too worried about everything else. Let's see what the roof looks like. I can see streaks up here and stuff, but I'm not too worried about the roof. Nobody ever gets up here as long as it's protected. So I don't know, the hood's really the only part that I was kind of iffy on, so gotta find my wax and grease remover so I can put the lid back on. But other than that, I mean, it looks really good. The blue, the stuff we used to use, the Patina preserver from Eastwood, would do the same thing. It just didn't last that long. It was, you sprayed it on and it went on a lot thinner, and it just didn't last. So I was trying to find something that would last a lot longer. So we'll I'm gonna go see what if we had our technique wrong or what. but that does not look good. See if we can get this all straightened out. Okay, we looked at this. I did this side, the worst side. Andrea did this side, and hers starts looking good down here. Andrea did her wipe a lot drier than I did mine. I laid mine on wet. So I think we'll scuff the hood. You gotta wait 24 hours. We'll scuff the hood, and I will go back and do probably the whole hood drier. Or maybe I should just let you do it since your side looks better than mine.
But I didn't do it on purpose. I was like, oh, I'm gonna beat.
So I guess we ringed them out, but I guess you got to wring it out a lot.
Mine could not drip at all. Like it was. Yeah. It was pretty dry.
But there's like almost no streaks on her side. So, and mine has white marks. So don't put it on wet. Now if you're spraying clear, I'll lay it on there. But you know this stuff.
It's not like a spray and.
You can spray. You can spray this.
Well, I know, but I'm saying we didn't, and so it's.
Yeah.
Yours looks better towards.
Yeah, it gets better as my white was drying off down here on the side, but up here where it was real wet, you can clearly see my first white was right there.
Yeah.
So. All right, y'all. It's the next morning, and I think I'm gonna spray the hood. I think instead of us trying to wipe it again and risk this happening, it'd be easy enough just to throw some plastic over the top, plastic underneath the hood. My guns are all out. I mean, just pour it in there and just do a light. I'm not gonna lay like a wet coat, but just to kind of let it fog to give me an even sheen across the hood. We're not gonna take this off. We're just gonna scotch it and scuff it up, degrease it again with wax grease remover. And then I think I'm just going to take my gun, get me a nice, which is already set up good for a pattern, but kind of hold it back a little bit and just kind of dust it with this. We're experimenting. I don't know. I could have just called up Tamco and got a matte clear, and we could have set my portable booth up, taped Termite off, and just hit it with a matte clear. I could have just done that for not much more money, I'll be honest with you. But we're here. So not crying over spilled milk. We're here. So, I think that's what we're going to do. It's still kind of early in the morning. I got on the XR yesterday and spent the whole entire afternoon. It is when your bike is this nasty and dirty, that's a good day. But took a little digger and banged my leg up a little bit, tore my pants, and my hand is swollen from there. But, I feel okay. I'm fine. And it was just a downhill, pretty aggressive downhill wash, and I was going down, and I had my line picked out where I wanted to go, and for some reason in my head, I just kind of veered off to pick another line at the last minute, and my front tire just washed. And so I wasn't going fast, but I had downhill, so when the bike came to a stop, it sent me over the bars and it tore my pants. I've got a nasty bruise here. I'm not going to show you that because it's obviously in the area, but I'm a little tender down there and bruised. But the OXR, I have never shown you guys. I got new bags on here that I love way better than the big ones I had on here. New racks on there and stuff, like really liking the XR. I moved my tail lights in, just kind of doing some stuff, but yeah, yesterday was the first time I got to go ride in probably 2 months, and just had a ball riding single track and logging roads and then of course gravel in DeSoto. So it was a good day. But anyway, we're back on Termite. I think it looks worse outside. God. I don't know. Everything else looks good. You can't see any of the white marks out here really. So I think I'm okay with everything else. It's just on the hood. That just looks bad. I mean, you can just see them. So yeah, we're definitely gonna redo the hood. The roof looks not great either, but it's the roof. Nobody gets up there and looks, but man, I mean, as far as the blue goes, it richens up the blue. Looks really good. I like it. So we're gonna get, I do a vinyl conditioner on the wood that I do on every time I wash it. I spray that vinyl conditioner on there just to keep our wood as preserved as possible. It says on Poppy's Patina's website that you can put this on vinyl, but I'm not gonna risk that because, you know, this wood it's hard to find a Wagoneer where the wood is patinaed where it's not just solid white like our tailgate is. Like our tailgates, they usually look like this. So our wood, the fact that our wood is still somewhat in good shape and the patina of it matches the paint, I want to keep that. So I don't want to risk putting something on there that's just not gonna, you know, it's gonna mess the vinyl up. So I just keep putting that, it's a Chemical Brothers vinyl conditioner that I just spritz on there and you wipe it and it gives it a UV protection. I'm just gonna keep doing that. But anyway, so I'm gonna let Termite sit here for a second. Man, it looks good out in the sun. The blue just really stands out now. But I'm gonna let it sit out here for a little bit and then we're gonna throw some plastic on it and spray the hood. So just got a light dusting coat sprayed. I didn't spray that like I would normally do, like, you know, a clear where you're trying to get a wet finish. I've sprayed mattes before on other cars that I've had, just regular matte clears. And the reason that streak is, you know, the wetter it is, the more buildup it is, the likelier it is to be glossy. Because it's just a matte, there's just a flattening agent in this clear. So if you start stacking it up, it's obviously going to be clear. I did a regular this way, and you also want to cross-hatch your pattern. So I just did light dusting coats this way, as you saw, and then light dusting coats back crossways. And so far it looks okay. It looks like it's gonna sheen out a little bit better. You still see some wet in there, but it's not streaky like it was. So we'll see. We'll let that sit there and dry, and I don't know. We'll see, guys. This stuff's, not saying I don't like it, it's just not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. So, all right, guys, it looks a lot better. You can still kind of see some of the streaks here, but you know, it's not that bad. I can deal with that. From the inside looking out, I don't even see them. So, and I think over time that'll probably, you know, kind of level out a little bit better. But yeah, I'm not 100% happy with it, but it'll work. As long as it really, at this point, as long as it protects and seals, I'll take it. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna start detailing this thing, putting it all back together, put all the lights back on, the mirrors, all that kind of stuff. And it's Saturday now. Monday, our hood insulation to be in, so we'll probably, once we get all this done, we'll turn our attention to the inside engine bay, get that cleaned up. It's just dirty from us, you know, taking a couple trips. Get our wiring harness cleaned up and all that kind of good stuff. All right, guys, it's been a few days, but we've got the engine bay washed. Just kind of got it cleaned up. It wasn't bad. It was just a lot of dust and stuff, but got the fender wells all cleaned back off, all the cowl and stuff, everything cleaned. And so we're looking good, but this eyesore here, it's kind of a ugliness. So there's the ugliness of it, and then also the rattle can vibration that you hear of that hood, which is really loud. So we hit up BJ's and got a hood insulation kit. So this is pre-cut here to help, I'll get it all unpacked, but it will give us the insulation to help absorb some of the sound. Not that this motor is loud or anything like that, but see. This is easy to find. If you go on BJ's, you see the part number there, 85 bucks, free shipping. Can't beat that. But, you know, on these Hemis, the power steering pump's kind of loud. I can hear mine on my truck. It's got the same one. I can hear it if I'm really listening for it. They got a little whine to them. It's not because they're low of fluid, although they will whine because of that. It's not a low fluid whine. They're just kind of noisy pumps. But you can hear it a lot on Termite. And I believe it's because there's nothing under here to absorb any sound. It is just sound bouncing off of everything because of this hood. Because again, I mean, it's just, you can hear it's just echoey. So I'm hoping that that insulation will help absorb some of that sound and make it a little bit quiet on the pump. But I also have some sound mat here left over from the truck, and that will help absorb the rattle of the hood, that part, and then the insulation hopefully will absorb some of the sound. And then not to mention the heat barrier, that it will keep some of the heat out coming from the sun and some of the heat out coming up from the engine. So all in all, it's gonna be a win. And then, not to mention, it will look a heck of a lot better than that will. Not gonna see them, so. All right, well now, we're just gonna glue, and this stuff's pre-cut. I test fit it. It looks like it's pretty darn close to fitting. So,
is this the side that faces the?
Shouldn't be nothing, yeah. So like this will go, it don't go quite under the bar, it looks like. But,
You gotta come down.
much? Half an inch?
Didn't you say you was gonna buy that thing?
That creeper that stands up.
It'd be nice to have.
Father's Day's coming.
Mother's Day's sooner.
Well, guys, the engine bay is pretty much done. Looks nice. And this is way better. It's just got a a dull sound to it now. We've got the wiring harness kind of cleaned up through here. Everything's taped off and secured. It may look messy on camera, but it's about as neat as it can be with AC stuff coming off. Those orange lines like that are factory that way. But you know, hey, it looks good to me. Everything's visible, serviceable if we needed to. Other than that, AC is good to go, as you know. So yeah, we're rocking right along. Everything looks good. So anyway, I guess that's gonna do it. We've got some more stuff coming for Termite. Sway bar disconnects. That's my next thing. Is I'm gonna fab some sway bar disconnects. So we got a fab video coming up pretty soon. We're gonna be building those, and I'm gonna be redoing the power steering reservoir return line. I had just rigged up, you'll see when the video gets here, I had rigged up a hose full of 90s and hose clamps to go from the reservoir to tie into the return. And it is messy, and I have never liked it. It works, but it is ugly as sin. So I was scouring Amazon the other night and found this, which is a power steering hose off of I don't know what it's off of, something. But anyway, it's already got a 90 in it. We'll bring it shallower, and I'll have to trim it up a little bit, but this is going to make a much neater return line and an easier flow return line back to the reservoir versus what I got now. And you'll see what it is. I did that to get it running back when we first fired it up, and have not been able to find what I wanted to find to get it back right. So we have that now. So I'm gonna do those at the same time, and that will get that looking nice. The disconnects on, and we are trucking. So anyway, guys, a little Termite in the shop video. Got some stuff done. It looks so much better. I mean, it looks so nice, cleaned up, tire shine on, glass all cleaned. So we are going to be at the Oklahoma Festival Car Show this coming Saturday. Termite will be there. I'll be in and out all day long, but Termite will be sitting out there. We'll have some stickers sitting around in the front. If you want one, come by. If I'm not there, you know, you'll see Termite there. Come check it out and see if it's clean, because I cannot promise you that it will be this clean for long or ever again. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next week.